Welcome to the Bidland Project with Sister Sherry Pittman. Stay tuned in these next few minutes to hear how you can invest in your own community, how you can become the lender and not the borrower, and how to become the bank. And now, the Bidland Project with Sister Sherry. You're tuned in to Jubilee 690 AM on your dial. This is PK Hernandez Union here with you, and in studio live we have with us from the Bidland Project, a new show that will be airing right here on Jubilee every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Sister Sherry Pittman. Sherry, how are you?
I am awesome. How are you, PK?
That is wonderful. Now, tell us a little bit about your background in trustee investing and private lending.
Well, I started as a broker, I guess back in 2001. I worked with New Frontier Financial and got a lot of my training. We were one of the leading mortgage brokerage companies here in St. Louis before the crash. So since then, I have had a passion in my heart. I believe that the Lord put there for me, which is to be the lender. And so I started doing some investigating and research on what exactly does that mean. So I got introduced to trust deed investing. And trust deed investing is just a technical term for a private lender. And the reason that I have gone into this direction is because it's just been in my heart that we should be the lender and not the borrower. So I went to training to understand what is banking, the concept of banking, and it really has opened up my eyes to the system that we have here in the United States. What is capitalism? And capitalism is based on the foundation of three things. You have to have a working class, which is usually, if you can imagine a pyramid, in the bottom of that pyramid will be your working class. Probably all the way about a third or two-thirds up will be your working class. And then the next section of that pyramid will be your producers. These are people with a mindset to have products, sell products, produce products, manufacture products, sell products. And then at the top, you have your elite, which are your bankers. And they're the smallest portion in the top tier of that pyramid, because everyone up under them has to borrow in order for their projects or lives to be fulfilled, because they're at the top. So we reach to the top to pull down what we need. So I've always wondered, how do you position yourself to be on that top tier?
Okay. Now, Sister Sherry, tell us a little bit about what you mean when you say the term trustee investor. What is that exactly?
Well, typically I work with real estate investors or rehabbers, and they have a niche or a knack for going out and finding the best distressed properties that they can purchase at a discount and then rehab and make those homes look brand new, and then put them back on the market and sell them either at or just below market value.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, we know that there's lots of dilapidated areas in St. Louis City and County, and we see people coming in and doing, reinvestment or revitalizing the area, but a lot of those people aren't, from that area.
Well, that's true. The goal is for an investor is to find the best distressed properties. And some, because of the crash back in 2008, the all of many neighborhoods, whether they be affluent or you would say the average income base neighborhoods, still have a lot of foreclosure properties that either have been just boarded up or sometimes due to divorce or whatever. Maybe even um, we have a lot of seniors right now that are leaving us. And so these three main categories are how they usually find the distressed properties. So they can either go to your banks and get foreclosures, or they might be able to obtain information from uh, sources that have leads on properties for couples that are going through divorce. And then lastly, they may have sources that have leads on properties that have been passed on or inherited from family members that don't want them, the properties, because they already have their own homes and they're not in the real estate game per se, and they don't know what to do with the property. It may be a burden to them because there may be still a mortgage on their house and they can't afford to keep it up. So they need someone to come and help relieve the sting of that burden of that debt, to take that debt away really quick.
Wow. So now what you're proposing to our listeners is for, instead of, searching high and low for investors, we can become the investors, right?
Absolutely. There's two ways to be an investor. You can actually be a real estate investor, or you can use capital to fund the projects to and invest that way as well. And
Wow.
that's what a trust deed investor does.
And that's what a trustee investor does. So we can become that trustee investor.
Yes, you can become the bank.
Wow. So instead of going to, your local corporate bank, you can get together with a collection of like-minded people, business owners that want to do something with a dilapidated area. They want to build it up. We come together, and with your company, we can find investors, partners to help us to redevelop that area.
Well, basically, again, what we do is we work with the best um, rehabbers or real estate investors.
Hmm.
They've been doing this for a very, very long time. They are considered some of the best general contractors in the area because we do want quality.
Hmm.
So that's very important. As we continue to redevelop our communities, we want valuation to come back into our community. So we want the best. We provide the best services. So we also want the best investment on those properties, and you need to have a good team working together to bring that project together.
That's true. That is very true. Now, we've got just a few more minutes left in this broadcast, and make sure to tune in every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. for the Bidland Development Project here with Sister Sherry as we talk about these opportunities to become the lender and not the borrower. Tell our listeners how they can get more information, or how they can contact you to get more information on how to become that lender.
Well, you can always contact me by email. My email address is startyourbid@gmail.com. That's startyourbid@gmail.com. Or you can feel free to give me a call at 636-222-1520, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. It's really my passion right now to educate, because we are in one of the greatest transfers of wealth of our time. The question is for many people was, are you in a unique position to take advantage of this opportunity that will last only about another 2 or 3 years? And or will you be one of those people that wish you had took the opportunity 3 years from now when the market starts to change? Today's presentation is about generating massive passive wealth and income through private lending. And I'd like to share my knowledge with our community. I know that there may just be a few that may be interested in this, but I would love to take the time to give some education on how we can start rebuilding our own communities.
Amen. Well, listen, folks, again, you're listening to the Bidland Development Project, our interview here with Sister Sherry Pittman. And as we go forward, we want you to make sure to give her a call if you've got questions about how you can become a lender and not a borrower. We want to make sure that you have all the tools necessary to help rebuild our own communities and become the bank. Instead of looking for someone else to give us something, we're creating it within our own community. Sister Sherry, one more time, give them your contact information, how they can get in contact with you.
Again, you can reach me at 636-222-1520, or you can contact me by email at startyourbid@gmail.com.
All right. And one last question before we go. Now, you were just saying there's, a couple of people that would be interested in this kind of opportunity. What person would be in the best position to contact you today and get something started where this is concerned?
I'm really, really looking for that very, very, very busy professional that may have cash flow that they're not able to put to use. Maybe it's just sitting dead in your bank or in an IRA account, and you're looking for an opportunity to do some investing. You are the person that we're looking for to come join with us. You're educated, you're professional, you are ready to take your family to its next level of wealthiness, and we would like to work with you to give you the tools on how you can generate passive income that you can put in your portfolio.
Wow, that sounds so interesting, and we are going to learn so much from Sister Sherry right here each and every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on the Bidland Development Project. From the PK Hernandez Union, and on behalf of Sister Sherry, say goodbye, Sister Sherry.
Goodbye, and thank you. Look forward to your calls.
God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to the Bidland Project with Sister Sherry Pittman. For more information on how you can build up wealth in your community, give Sister Sherry a call at area code 636-222-1520 or email her at startyourbid@gmail.com. And be sure to send any correspondence to P.O. Box 741, St. Louis, Missouri 63188. Ask about their fix and flip program. Ask about their buy and hold program. Give Sister Sherry a call or email today. And make sure you listen to the Bidland Project every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on Jubilee 690 KSTL and streaming online at jubilee690.com.